The Tape Review Show.
Yeah, it's the Tape Review Show once again. Rinus and myself in the Christmas season. Rinus is covering his mouth already, like he's afraid of what to say. You're going to tell me something? Don't tell me Father Christmas isn't real. Okay, look, what's this program all about? And what have we got, Rinus? Some packets?
We've got packets, yeah.
Yep.
It's easily detachable where they are from. Italy and the Netherlands.
I usually smell them, but the smell of Italy.
This was given to me in the hand. So
It's a cassette.
that's a cassette. These 3 cassettes, which look very worn down and very used and very lost and found and lost and found and lost and found.
I really
and
like
lost
this
and
green
found, are from a dear colleague and a friend of mine who is also a guide like I am.
What kind of guide?
Fooling,
Guide for life?
fooling people around and telling them that this is the tomb of Alexander the Great and this is where Cleopatra, her bike got stolen.
No way, in Berlin? Here?
Yeah. Of course, you have this tours for advanced people who come like every year.
Yeah.
So when they're here after 30 times haven't been to Berlin, they want to hear some
New stories.
inside stories, only secret stories, like the stone of how you call this? The stone of wisdom.
The Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah,
The Harry Potter thing. Was that
but
in Berlin
but
as well?
Even before Harry Potter, people were looking for it.
Yeah.
So we can also lead them to the houses and point at the window and say, that's where people came together to work on a plot to go to Egypt or to the Middle East or to Asia,
Right.
whatever place they thought that this stone could be found.
Whoa.
But the plots were made here. And then you can talk about the personalities who were involved and that they still exist as a ghost.
Wow. But that's kind of propaganda. So you're saying that the Germans invented the propaganda for the Philosopher's Stone? Or it was invented here, the stories.
This happened everywhere. People went to London, to Paris, everywhere where they could get money and come together. And there was lots of time to waste. Also,
Really? In those times, there was lots of time to waste?
Yeah.
Like they didn't have to worry about working the plague or anything else?
Once you had money, it was
if you had money, okay.
The only thing you had to worry about was if you hadn't caught a disease after a visit of the brothel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really a pain.
Pain.
But I'm talking about capitals of countries who had overseas properties in the form of land masses. So people were free to travel. No customs whatsoever.
That's for sure.
And there was ship going every week, if not every day, because they had to come back with cargo. Otherwise, this.
No passports.
Otherwise this colonies didn't have any reason to exist if you couldn't plunder them. And that's how they got there. And all these old civilizations were 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. There were very wise people who gave all the knowledge to the next generation, but of course encoded and encrypted language. And that over the years, over the centuries, had gone lost.
It's in the Vatican.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe also if you dig deep enough, and there were a lot of people who went out digging in the 19th century, you can actually find these last remnants of that culture and find eventually the book. So that's what Victor is doing, leading these people. That's the name of this dear colleague. That's what he is doing, and sometimes I do this as well. We disguise, of course, this whole thing as if we are talking about the wall,
right,
or World War II.
Yeah, but really, you're sewing in these kind of like It's not disinformation, though, is it? It's not propaganda or
No,
anything.
not at all. This is secret knowledge. That's where people come
the
from.
Occult is secret knowledge.
We decipher
knowledge.
the Brandenburger Gate because it's full of hidden symbols.
Right.
You can actually read it.
Whoa.
And
with this book, or with your inner book,
with us as a guide.
Yeah. That was an advert. That was the first advert that we've done, isn't it?
Yeah. So Victor, every now and then, when he is close to a burnout, or when he says, "Okay, I'm tired."
That's not his real name, by the way.
That's his Victor.
Oh, it is. It is his real name.
That's his real name. So whenever he's tired, he gets on a plane, and last time, when everyone here was suffering the most depressive depth of the Berlin climate during autumn, he was in Thailand.
Oh, that's what people do, isn't it? In Berlin, they go away for the winter and then come back in spring as if they're kind of...
And he was sending all these pictures from in Thailand, and that's how they eat, and that's how they drive a moped.
Can we go there?
And that's how we go on a boat, and that's how you meet people. And then I had the impression that he was going to a very small town. I said, "Hey, Victor, if you come across like a thrift store shop, see if you can find some tapes."
Second-hand place. Thrift.
Yeah.
Thrift is an Americanism, isn't it?
Is it? Okay, second-hand place.
Yeah, or I don't know. What do you say in where you come from, where you hail from?
A second-hand place.
Okay. How do you say that in Dutch?
Tweedehandswinkel.
Tweedehandswinkel. Oh, let's change the name of this program.
In Tweedehandswinkel?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Tweedehandswinkel Show.
Yeah. But if your name is Hans Winkel and you
Hans Winkel?
Yeah.
Why would you be called Hans Winkel?
It's...
he was the person who invented...
Hans.
Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
And Winkel,
slow. Yeah.
If that's your name and you get famous, they name a street after you.
Wow!
So if
or even a shop.
If there's two streets named after you, like the first Hans Winkel and the second Hans Winkel, then you might have a second Hans Winkel in the second Hans Winkel street.
Oh, this is great!
Yeah, for non-native tourists asking the way in English, this might be confusing.
Not second-hand winkies.
Yeah, but nowadays they changed the name into kringloop.
What's that then?
Kringloop is if you recycle something, because it's a loop in a circle.
Yeah, right.
And I think it's also the name of a foundation. So that has taken away a little bit of the
colour, the ring, tone,
the smell
yes,
of this kind of shops. Because,
I mean, years ago in the UK, there was a program called Steptoe and Son. Do you remember? Comedy?
Yeah, of course.
These old, and they were called rag and bone men, and they used to go around the streets with the horse and cart. And then, not in my time, of course, but close, maybe. Maybe another 50 years or something. I don't think they're going anymore, but it's a similar sort of thing.
Yeah.
Bring out your rubbish, and then they would try and sell this stuff.
True.
Berlin used to be like that as well. I mean, that's where I got a human skull from a kind of one of these rag and bone markets.
Yeah, but now people die, and people come with a lorry or a big truck, and they empty the house. And
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a similar sort of thing, isn't it?
So loads of throw away, sell, keep, throw away, sell, keep.
Very, but crazy. Yeah, Rip Van Winkle. Also medieval England as well. I'm hopping and skipping. But like storytelling in medieval England, I think that's where these kind of portraits of Christ supposedly came from. That this white guy with long hair and looking sexy with just his underpants on and half naked on a cross, and then people would sell this kind of stuff across medieval England because that's what sold, and that's what people are into. And then people believed this kind of fictional children's story, but it is quite fascinating. Also with witchcraft as well, the witch trials and all this kind of thing, selling stories across. I wonder what our thing is. Oh, but you're selling stories or surviving with these kind of stories. What was the most recent story that you that you came up with. Are you allowed to? But it's a cult, isn't it? It's kind of hidden knowledge. You can't really tell it on radio, huh? Okay.
I think
about Victor is easier to say.
I think I already told enough.
Okay. But do you laugh to yourself when you tell? Do you like? Oh, there's lots of questions coming up now. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that. When you're telling the stories, do you look at the reactions of people and then try and embellish the stories, or?
Embellish means
like
make them more beautiful, make them
put more frames, gold frames on the stories.
It's also a kind of editing,
Editing,
because you can become a little bit irritating, or maybe pretentious. If you add, for example, too much things that you say from. Only I know them, and that
right.
So, like you're showing off.
Yeah,
that's you have to keep it to a thing from. We all know this.
Yeah,
but at the moment, I'm the one telling it.
Yeah,
it's not my private knowledge.
Yeah,
and another thing is that you have to be very careful with jokes. Because
jokes about history.
In general,
jokes about
in general,
jokes about Germans.
Jokes in general.
Yeah.
Jokes in general, you have to be very careful with that. Not about the content, but about the frequency. Because otherwise, for me, you're only joking. From what are you telling? So it must come from. Oh, what was that? That was a joke. So
yeah. Oh, it's got to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
Not prepared in advance.
No, and if it's prepared, then it has to sound spontaneous.
Yeah. Also, I was thinking the psychogeometry. What was the guy that made this? The French guy. Wasn't Derrida. One of these guys came up with, split Paris into all different areas and things. And it was the Society of the Spectacle, was it? This film that... Anyway, but in any case, it was like when you're walking through the city, then it brings up particular memories for you, but then particular sort of, not jokes, but stories. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. Spider webs.
Anyway,
intrigue.
I can by my last.
Anyway.
I can tell a little bit about my last stories.
Go on. The last one.
The
final one.
Yeah, no, but the one that I only recently discovered, and that's the Nazis. They were very occult as well. It's known.
Yeah.
But it's not emphasized. But they were very occult. I thought they were reincarnations of famous knights and things like that. But another thing is that they believed in ascension during lifetime, and that sound could provoke this thing. That sound could create a higher level, not only of awareness, but also a higher level of physicality. So that all the atoms, we are all made of atoms, they would vibrate much more fast, and that would make that your body would disintegrate and you would become a spirit.
Yeah, right.
With your knowledge.
He says. Yeah.
So what they did for this purpose was that they wanted to build a giant spiral tunnel system under Berlin. And then they would walk with it, and then they would just repeat the same mantra over and over and over and over again. And then the central point, of course, was the big hall that they intended to build in Berlin.
Right.
That was the plan of Germania. And just like nowadays, stars, they pop up from the stage. Because there's this system. There would also be, like, in the middle, a giant... elevator thing, a tube going through the roof.
Right.
And I thought, if we bring Hitler to that point, he would...
His spiraling point, he would raise himself up.
He would disintegrate into a higher spirit and leave Berlin.
Right.
And then just
cover the planet,
cover
the universe.
Yeah, he would be an iron shield, like the Iron Dome.
There's a
He would be
film
the
with that.
Hitler Dome,
Yeah.
all over
Hitler
Berlin,
Dome,
and that's
The H dome.
and that's how Berlin would become a very secret place, and
Yeah.
and attract all the look and everything.
But we are, yeah.
And he was willing to do so after victory. And I show people the place where they started to build the tunnel.
Ah.
And then
How far did it get? Did it get into a circle at all, or not even a spiral?
It's 100 meters. People mistake it for a bunker.
Where is it then?
It's in Steglitz.
Oh, that's
Steglitz,
bound to be like on
Steglitz,
the edges
Zehlendorf,
of
because
Berlin.
you needed
To start
very big
on the
spiral.
edge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you start from the center, like Mitte, if you're making a spiral? Was it a spiral?
Yeah.
It was a spiral. Yeah.
Well, it's they
Yes.
the Germans are quite good in engineering, huh?
Yeah, sure.
So and it's better to start in a place where there's not a lot of traffic and not a lot of people living there, because it's a giant undertaking with all the logistics that you need for
Yeah,
digging,
sure.
and then you don't start where you want to build this giant hall.
It comes into my mind about Damanhur. Have you ever heard about that? Damanhurians. I think it was in the Italian Alps. These people, they dug into the ground, and they said that this was a particular place on the earth where you can... They were into meditating, particular kind of meditation and stuff, but they reckon they could time travel. And they did this thing with vibrations and stuff. It wasn't linked with the Nazis, but I think all these things are kind of connected somehow, the genres, or because the Nazis were appropriating ideas that were around at the time, weren't they, and trying to...
They were the first postmodernists.
Oh, God, okay. Is that what you say on your tours? How far can you go with, like...
Or you know this from
it's history.
from the way the audience pays attention.
Yeah.
First you have to
sure.
conquer, and then you can go everywhere.
Sure. It also reminds me of all these spiritualist... two particular spiritualist churches based on, Victorian England, where they're all doing table rapping. And I know I'm connecting lots of different kind of esoteric things together, but it brings to mind these things like trying to... That's about communicating with the dead, but vibrations and things like that. But yeah, like physics, experimental physics. What's the right word? It's about everything vibrating anyway. But yeah, if I was more knowledgeable, then we could go into the German scientists that were around at the time. Niels Bohr wasn't around, was he?
Is he even from Denmark?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's unfortunately. Yeah, we don't have Google in the studio here, and we don't believe in any.
No,
of
the big
stuff,
scientists over here are, of course, Einstein and Max Planck.
Yes, yeah, right. But like, what's the word I'm looking for? The person at home. I know you're listening to this and going like, it's this. Experimental physics.
Quantum? Okay.
Quantum theory, yeah, and quantum mechanics and this kind of thing. And
Bohr was one of the first to experiment.
And all these.
with
Oh,
that.
wow, I hit it right then.
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, this is where we are now, is the
Tape Review Show.
There you go. Yeah, we keep forgetting where we are, but it's more fascinating. I'd rather just chat about this stuff, but we will continue. But I really love this kind of military green tape that you've got here, Rinus, and it looks like it's either Arabic or Russian. I don't know. I'm not very
It's
good.
Thailandese.
Okay, I knew it. Yeah, that connects with the Thailand story as well. And Victor, who was also the name of one of my Maltese uncles as well, who was pretty crazy at the time. He used to show us lots of Laurel and Hardy. But I better switch on my bits and pieces. And
Yeah, I can't say what this is because
so it's from Thailand.
I don't read Thailand.
Okay, yeah, but so Thailandish is not Cyrillic or something like that. So I don't know. Okay, who cares?
Okay, we play some.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ah,
He's doing it. Rinus is doing it.
oh no, okay. Yeah.
He's on it.
โอ้ยน้อชายขึ้นร้ายจนตายปอดทำจนตะวันละป่าจอดเอ้ยเราเรียกเจอแถวทางนั้นยินก็จนนั่งดิ้นอย่างดิ้น
Lo-fi music for lo-fi people. Lo-fi music for lo-fi people. Lo-fi music for lo-fi people.
You're listening to Radio On. This is the tape review show.
Okay.
Whatever you want to listen to, we've got it here. Yeah, and that was Thailand music, but it's got this great khaki. Why do I say that? It's only because it reminds me of these Airfix figures that I used to have when I was a kid and I used to play with, and I used to love the Germans more than the Americans or anything else. They seem to be have the coolest uniforms, and that didn't show my direction as I grew older. Just remember playing with these tiny little things that had these tiny platforms, and they were always khaki coloured. Actually, I think the Germans were blue. Did you ever have
You're
any?
talking about figurines?
Yeah. Did you ever have any of those things? Did you build like Messerschmitt's 109Es and Spitfires?
I think one of the neighbor guys, he had this military stuff with tanks that you could shoot matches with.
Oh, wow. My friend, whose dad was in the Navy, and he was quite high up in Plymouth in one of these frigates, because every year we used to have Navy days, and we used to go on these crazily huge aircraft carriers. Have you ever been on one of those with like jets coming down the Sound?
No.
Oh my God, they're like small cities, small towns, huge metal sort of things. But in any case, he used to build these models, Airfix models of battleships and stuff like that, and then he would set them alight and watch them sink.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Yeah.
I actually jumped off a wall and sank my teeth into his skull once as well. I remember in the school playground. That was when we were in the, not kindergarten. Anyway, we were about 7. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hurt my teeth, my front teeth. God. I think he had to go to hospital.
The guy.
Yeah, Robert Mills Hicks, if you're out there, Robert, this goes out to you. And
he still might have the mark on his skull.
He might do. Yeah, sure. Shephard's teeth. Rinus is looking down at the studio cat. Maybe we can get some purring.
Yeah.
If you can pick up the cat, Rinus.
No.
Can you pick him up?
No.
Go on. All right, I'll pick him up. Right. Let's just get him really close to the speakers here.
Okay.
And close to the microphone.
Cats
Here it comes.
in the studio.
Yeah. Oh.
Prr, 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 prr.
Oh. There you go. I put a microphone inside his skull.
Yeah.
To get his purring frequencies. Talking about frequencies, we were talking about frequencies. Yeah, and Thailand tapes. So Victor brought this back for you.
Yeah.
From a thrift second-hand shop.
A second-hand winkle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't know anything about it.
No,
apart from it's got
not
a
at
side
all.
A and side B.
And it doesn't help if you make a picture and feed it to the artificial intelligence. It won't
Just
translate it for you.
No way. What? No
But
way.
yeah, because it's a picture.
Yeah, but but what about Google Translate? Have you tried that?
Yeah, maybe you should give him the order from read this text.
Yeah.
You just tell him from read this text. Read it.
We can try, but I just the only thing it's recognised is B. Side B.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, the
You have to start
tape.
somewhere, yeah.
What do you do with your tapes, Rinus, then? Do you have like a collection, a box, or, you must have so many over the years.
No, yeah. Most of the tapes are in the boxes. The boxes that you use to transport them when you move from one place to another place. And since I moved to this place, I've never left the boxes. Some have. And as everybody knows, in a house there are surfaces.
Surfers.
Sis.
Yeah.
And they get covered. So wherever you look, there's a tape here and there's a tape there.
Okay. Wallpaper tapes.
The thing is that one period I found a lot of tapes in the street, but this has disappeared a little bit. From maybe you have to wait for the next wave of persons who move out or get sick of it or die. And then those things end up next to the door outside.
Mm.
And the last
Studio curtain.
what I found was a collection of Turkish tapes.
Sorry, just the cat. He's
So
trying to rip
that's-
everything
that's-
to pieces here.
That's
Yeah.
Turkish music,
Wow.
not too interesting. And from a visit to a second-hand Hanswinkel
Mm.
in Wedding, I moved in and I saw, without my glasses, so not being able to read what was on it, a collection of tapes. And I thought, well, if I take this and he accepts my price, then I will buy them. And there were some great tapes on it. It's one was a lecture at the Belgian embassy, recorded in 1989 or 1990, talking about the situation about the last year in the Soviet Union and the future, what it would bring.
And that was in English, or
It was in English.
and
And there's a bit of the news in 2004, and they had the same worries as they have now.
yeah,
Climate and war and
Yeah.
things and terrorism. That seems that some topics never have left the front pages. There is a lecture I still have to listen to about maybe by Krishnamurti or about his work. So it's a bit like that, and some original in Indian music, not the pop, the Hollywood, but the Bollywood music, but the more classic music. But I still am going through it to listen what's on it, and they are waiting there.
yeah.
But
But
No.
do you throw them back on the street then? Not these particular ones. but-
no.
you record over the ones that
even
you don't like.
even
or-
with this, I have difficulty to do so, but because you erase history.
Yeah, I know. That's my big fear of life as well. Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Going over things that you will never be heard again, or this particular moment.
Yeah.
you
But
know.
in this period, December, January, I have more spare time. So I might work on my comeback.
Comeback special.
Yeah, as a sound guy and
Yeah, great.
and who knows, compose some things.
And learn karate at the same time.
Nah,
Nah. Have you ever done any martial arts?
yeah,
Go on, spill the beans.
very very long ago when
Yeah.
Taekwondo was.
I really like Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better than judo. It was more useful, I think, in a
I
street.
started judo when I was 6 years old, and then you're very agile. Or maybe I was 8 or 9 or 10. I don't know.
you could
but-
jump
but
around people's legs.
Yeah, very young. And that went very well.
Wow.
And because it was also quite serious how I was brought to us kids. But then the little school moved, and for us, it was just too far away to go there by bike to do.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's I continued a little bit, but then no, it was just too far.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have Mr. Murphy, this Irish guy, and his, he used to teach us judo. And he was the one that played The Eagle Has Landed to the whole school on 16mm in the school hall. He was really crazy about this movie of the Germans trying to kill Churchill, but it turned out, I'm spoiling it for you, everyone, but it turns out that Churchill was just an actor playing him who looked like him. But the Germans got to this village where I think the Polish army and the Americans were doing some kind of maneuvers or something, but it turned out that Churchill was going to be there, so it's based on a book.
Yeah.
In any case, but they decided to parachute in. But these particular Germans were the nice German army, not the baddies, so they were led by, what's his name, British actor who was, we'll have to get back to you on this one, can't remember his name now, David,
Niven.
John, not David, probably one of those, but in any case, the Irish actor as well was playing although he's not Irish, actually he's from Canada, but he was the
Donald Sutherland.
yeah, Donald Sutherland was in it, and he could he could whistle to dogs and stop them from attacking him when the Americans finally decided. And the guy from Dallas, the baddie from Dallas, was playing the American general who was in a lot of stuff.
Larry Hagman?
Yeah. He was the one who got a bullet in the forehead when they finally managed to kill the fake Churchill. Oh, my God. But in any case, yeah, they were playing the good Germans. So when the Americans finally
Donald
discovered...
Sutherland and Larry Hagman were playing the good Germans?
No, they... Donald Sutherland was supposed to be a traitor, and he was giving
Canadian.
the information. Yeah, sure. But in any case, that connects with Irish history and how the British have like really fucked up Ireland over the years, over many, many years. But now looking up on my phone, which is like cheating, I know. But the eagle has landed. But in any case, yeah, the reason I ended up doing judo was that one time in school, hope you don't mind these conversations, these stupid banal conversations, but my storytelling memory is that one day in school we were queuing up for a music class, and this older boy pushed into one of the girls in the queue for the music class. He wasn't in our class, don't know why he was there, but in any case he pushed this girl, and I said, "Hey, you can't do that," and then he grabbed me by my hair, because I had hair at the time, and then just smashed my head against the brick wall, right? And then I was in shock, I guess. I think I had concussion, though I had more concussion doing judo afterwards, because my dad went to this guy's parents, right? And then he made me and my brother do 5 years of judo with this Irish guy that put on The Eagle Has Landed. I will ask my men.
So the actual actor was giving judo classes?
So no, the guy
He looked like
the
him.
guy that was really into it, starring Michael Caine, Donald Sutherland, and Robert Duvall. Actually, I should say who the book was written by, because that's a bit better, isn't it? Directed by John Sturges, 1976. Amazing. But the book was Jack Higgins. Anyway, whatever, I don't think it's actually true, because people have gone to that graveyard in Norwich and trying to find out if there were some Germans that managed to parachute into England during the war to take out the Prime Minister. But in any case, yeah. This is an aside anyway. It's connected with, I don't know what. I did Taekwondo years later after I'd left school, and I thought that was better because they teach you how to punch and kick.
Yeah.
Like judo is like, excuse me, do you mind if I hold your lapels? And it's not, that realistic apart from doing like Olympic sports or something like that. And if you get very good at it, I was never very good, but I was tall for my age. So before I went into any match, I was always in a class higher, and I was like, this is it. This is the time I'm going to get it. And I would be swept off my feet and smashed into the ceiling every time. I think I won a bronze medal once just because there were 3 of us in that particular class. So, yeah. Anyway, the end of my story. Let's play another tape.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the cat. Oh, cat again. But in any case, this is...
The Tape Review Show.
Oh, yeah. Got another tape here. Let's get rid of the cat. Yeah, that's how you get rid of cats. This is a black tape with some silver stuff that looks like it's covered over things, but it could be. It says Agfa on it. Of course, it's got side A and side B. But the actual tape itself, it doesn't have much. Although opening up, it says Naslo, Paris. So it must be a live tape from Naslo Records. Rinus is like, I don't know, could be, may not be. Yeah, great. Let's talk about Naslo, Rinus, our dear pal from Radio on Berlin.
Yeah, he's traveling between Paris and Tiflis.
I think he's doing another gig, isn't he, in Paris as well? I saw some stuff on the social media thing.
If he succeeded. Every now and then he's here in Berlin, but of course this is all underground culture, and it's far away because underground culture in Berlin is far away, or they start late, and I've got a perimeter, and
you've got a pyramid.
Perimeter.
A perimeter. Perimeter of what?
Of how far I go.
Oh, okay. That's Berlin, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stay within your area.
Yeah.
Your Keats.
And I noticed that there's a temptation to go to West Germany, which I could.
You mean the club, West
Yeah,
Germany?
which I could reach within 10 minutes walking.
God.
And
That's in Kompositor, by the way. And you're about like, that must be 6-minute walk, I reckon.
yeah, okay.
1 minute, 2 minutes on a bicycle.
Yeah, but I won't take the bicycle in that case.
Okay. But yeah, a small club. It looks like it was, what was the club before?
Dentist.
Yeah.
Dentist.
Is it still the same? Because it's been years since I've been there. Bits falling apart through the ceiling, and it's very. They've not made an effort really to.
No, but
do it up.
I don't know if they stylized demolition state. I was there and I noticed the difference, and I thought, okay, if this is a difference, that this works, this is okay. But I can't remember what the difference was. Crappy sound system. That's
perfect.
That remains the same. But I have the impression that they do package deals. That a group of people who are on a tour, they come and they bring their own sound system, and they bring their own audience. So,
God.
So it's not West Germany anymore. It's just.
They'll give it to anyone who pays the packet tour.
It's
anyone.
Just a look. It's got nothing to do with the philosophy.
What was the philosophy? Was there a philosophy? Dental philosophy?
Well,
dental floss.
The philosophy is to give all these poor souls in Berlin who have made it their part of their mission to play for a small audience and do that in a way whatever they like,
and they don't have to pay for it at the end.
Yeah. A platform, a podium, a stage.
Can you still do that, or
you can still do that?
Yeah, because maybe they have to do this thing like we used to do with the Cinematheque years ago. We used to put on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre once a month just to cover the costs, because it was still banned in those times. And then the rest of the time it was carte blanche. We could do whatever we wanted. So, but something had to pay the bills.
Yeah. Well, they're there for so long now, and this is all hypothetical. They're there for so and so long. I mean, this is more than 20 years. That if they rent it, it must be a very old contract. So it can't be too much.
Sure.
And then
amazing.
Running the bar,
sure,
etc. That might do the trick. The last thing that I wanted to do, that I had an idea for, okay, I go. I had another obligation, but it was an evening of experimental movies, and 10, maybe 15 people from the Berlin scene with even names that I recognized. They would play live music to those experimental movies, and I thought, that's a good idea. Yeah, and sometimes I see announcement of people who have drums and guitars. Yeah, so that's way outside the spectre. And
when was the last time you went down then? To West Germany? A year before COVID.
Yeah.
Before COVID, yeah. So that must have perhaps changed things. Maybe they've got a coat of paint now. Maybe it looks like a doctor's surgery instead of a dental surgery. Or don't know. How do we get onto this? West Germany connecting Naslo records.
I didn't even like it when the last time I was there. I went away halfway the second
Who was
gig.
playing? Go on.
I don't know.
Don't remember, yeah. Because you played there quite a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, but I played all the places quite a lot.
True.
Every now and then people ask me, when is your next concert?
Should we go for the Naslo tape thing?
Yeah. Okay, there it comes.
You're listening to Radio on Berlin. No five music full of five people.
Go!
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You're listening to Radio On, the tape review show with Rinus van Alebeek and myself, Adrian Shephard. There you go. And that was Naslo Records. Yay!
It was. So this is a very interesting view. Okay.
Rinus is looking at something. Looking at radio. Okay, what is it? You're going to do some kind of karaoke for us?
No, just live. Okay, well,
Okay.
that's it. Because people want to know us. People live want to know us. So if people jump in and see this little movie, nobody knows it. Doesn't matter anyway. Naslo Records, Dolphin Hospital. That's what.
Oh, great.
Mr. Naslo is part of, and as you hear, it's very synth heavy. Yeah, that's a kind of new development with all these kids.
Dolphins?
No.
Dolphin music.
Synthesizers.
Yeah. That's quite old now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
I mean, when I was a kid, New Order.
Yeah, but
brought in
you've got a synthesizer that you can, but that you can transport in a matchbox or
They're tiny,
yeah. Or in a packet of cigarettes.
Well,
if
even
you first smoked,
mixing desks can be like the size of a
cigar
packet.
box.
Yeah.
It can go into your front pocket of your
Nowadays,
jacket.
everything's possible. Yeah.
But
whether it's any good or not is another question.
You don't find them in the second Hanswinkel. So,
well, years ago I found a wasp synthesizer
Yeah.
for 30 English pounds. Which is
But
about
that's what I mean.
40.
There must be
euros.
in remote places
Where though?
flea markets,
Now?
remote,
Yeah, remote, like
remote.
on the moon.
Yeah, where
People
you
don't realise what they're selling.
where you find a synthesizer, yeah, and that's in places with a bad internet connection, so they can't.
Or no internet
Yeah,
connection.
so they can't look it up, and it must be also in a place 15 or 20 years ago.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there used to be amazing stuff from Russia as well. You know, all this old technology and things.
Yeah, there you go. Now there's only washing machines that the Russians bring to Berlin
I don't.
after having been looted in Ukraine. But I know that Paris was the capital for...
Oh, yeah. God, I used to go to the flea markets.
What
in
is this
Paris.
Agnesvera movie?
Yes.
What are these people called?
Gleaners.
The Gleaners. So
yeah.
that must be the Gleaners world capital. I've been...
in Paris.
Yeah, I've been in the basement of a guy who was really good at it. He had a collection of keyboards, a lot of keyboards, but really a lot of keyboards, synths as well that he had found in the street. But the other things was the armatize, this
Armour.
no, what these
Medieval
knights,
armour.
what these knights wore.
Yeah,
this
armour,
metal,
yeah. Uh-huh. What? Oh, he had that stuff as well.
That as
What,
well.
did he steal it from a museum or something?
Or maybe from people from television throw it away, or
But
or
like
amateur.
under Paris is
amateur,
are the, all the
theatre,
skulls and bones of millions and millions of people, aren't there? You know, have you ever been to the catacombs?
I read an article about that.
I've been down there.
Hey, but
It's crazy.
you know why they don't find hardly any skeleton in Waterloo or near Waterloo?
In London.
That's
the
the
Battle
station.
of Waterloo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Station in London, yeah.
There was millions of people. There was a lot of people who died there, and also the horses.
Oh,
Huh?
really?
So you've got a whole battlefield full of corpses,
Yeah.
full of dead animals. What you do?
Bury them, eat them, guillotine them, guillotine, then crochet.
That's another good thing, but I guess those guillotined people, they ended up in the basement of Paris, the Grand Basement.
Wasn't it because the cemeteries or the cimetière were overflowing or something?
In Waterloo?
At one time, no, in Paris.
Oh.
I'm not sure about Waterloo.
Maybe,
Well,
but this is other thing. Yeah? So you've got the big battlefield of Waterloo, other battlefields, but because Napoleon got around, he went to fight everywhere, and of course everywhere there were dead people. And you know what they did with those dead people?
Ate them.
They dug them up.
Made a
they-
cult. Tunes
No,
with them.
they got all the bones together.
Yeah.
They shipped them to England.
Okay.
And then in England they grounded them.
No way.
And then the powder comes back.
Yeah.
And that was the first fertilizer.
No way.
That was
What?
the first.
Is that why England is so green?
Yeah, but this is also why you can hardly find a dead body in the Waterloo battlefields.
Okay.
Yeah.
God. Is this the sort of thing you tell people on your history tours then?
Only when
Grinding down
only
the
when I
bones
come when I come across a little park which is exceptionally green,
Yeah,
with,
that's really
with a lot of strange vegetation, you know. Yeah, but you have to be very careful because you never know what kind of corpses they use in Germany.
I thought you meant like who was coming to your tours, you know, just in case there were some people from relatives of the Battle of Waterloo or something, also relatives of ABBA or something.
Or more recent, so that they tell you. So you
That's
mean
the best joke I ever made actually on Radio On.
repeat it
Relatives of
because
ABBA.
maybe someone missed it.
Yeah, God.
No,
Yeah.
but to hear the story about your great grandfather being used as a fertilizer, I mean, you're better off.
Isn't that good though?
you're better off as a mummy, and you end up in a museum.
Well, people used to eat mummies as well, didn't they? You know, they thought that was some kind of thing. You can look it up, folks at home. You know,
Really?
you can smoke mummies. That's why there was a big problem
smoking,
with Egyptian.
Smoking a mummy is different from eating a mummy, no?
Smoking a mummy, and instead of a Rizzler using their own kind of mummy wrappings as well. The biggest doobie in town.
Yeah, lock yourself up with a mummy.
God.
Yeah.
But there's too many things coming to my brain at the moment. Yeah, too many connections with all this sort of stuff, like eating people. Oh yeah, when I was in the catacombs years ago, I went down there and they had all these.
Hang on. There's actually some people here watching. Hello, my fingers.
Oh, hello.
There's some people actually watching the movie. Hey, you're much better off if you go to radio-on-berlin.com. And then you have a better
quality.
Then you have a better quality. But then again, we're using this crappy thing to play the tapes. Where is it?
It's not a crappy thing. That's a really good thing.
When it was made, it was really good.
It was.
But now it's very charming because of the... So you just stay there. It's okay.
But anyway, yeah. I took
Hey, Jason.
Hello, Jason. I took a centime out of a skull in Paris. One of those old... Before the euro came in,
A little skull.
they used to put.
You're indicating something not bigger than your eye.
Yeah, it was a
mouse skull.
No, it was a human skull. For good luck, they used to put pennies or centimes, French coinage, into human skulls down there, and you weren't supposed to take them. It was supposed to be for good luck. For
the skull or the
for the
coins?
afterlife, huh?
The skull or the coins?
The coins in the eye socket. That should be a good name for something. You can use that, Jason. Use that for your next album.
Some metal band.
Yeah, something like that. But in any case, when I got back to the UK, I'd been working on this video project, and all the discs and everything crashed. And I always put it down to the bad luck of taking a centime from the catacombs in Paris.
That's not even worth a lot.
There you go. It's not worth much. The story's worth something.
The old skull.
You
might
can
have
use
had
that, Rinus.
golden coins.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but people used to, whatever. That's it.
Yeah, you must go to the swampy area of Berlin to dig up the skulls. No, not the skulls, but the intact bodies, because they are preserved very well. The only thing is, I don't know where the swamp areas of Berlin are.
Yeah, you can find them, I guess.
Maybe there are, but there were the inner city lakes, but they filled them up with rubble.
Hound of the
maybe
Baskervilles
also to keep the bodies.
True. Yeah, that would be a good way of doing it.
No.
Although I did see Dexter reinvented, Dexter First Blood or something the other day, and he threw his first victim into an alligator pool. Are there any alligators in Berlin? How would you do it, Rinus?
Not even in the sewer system.
How would you do it if you wanted to dissolve a body? Say something happens, accidentally, of course, your landlord. Then what would you do? You accidentally kill someone, like in Ideal, Graham Duff's series. Look it up, folks. It's great. It's now on BBC iPlayer. That was an advert for BBC. But yeah, you someone dressed in a mouse mask comes round to your house and then accidentally kills one of the guys because you're dealing, of course. And then what do you do with the body? It's your first kill. Your first accidental kill.
Well, I can explain it all. No, call the police.
Call the police.
Yeah, or maybe those.
They don't do that.
Those body carriers.
If you didn't do
that. Yeah, you've got a lot of manuals by just watching series, no?
You can't look it up though, can you?
But you have to remember the series where they did such a thing.
Yeah.
And that was fun. they put plastic everywhere in the bathroom.
That's Dexter, isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah, on.
And then you have to buy a mask that you can breathe freely.
Why the mask though?
Because you're going to work with acid. This fume. So so that's how it works. You put the body in the bathtub and you put a lot of acid on it.
Yeah.
And there you go. You can't buy an animal. It will take ages before this animal eats the body.
Yeah, an alligator in your bedroom or something would be hard.
Or But this is only for people who have a balcony.
You're listening on Instagram out there?
Yeah. So if you have a balcony, it becomes a little... Or if you have a garden, you simply bury it.
In your own garden.
Yeah. And then you plant all these bulbs on it. And in fact, I can do a little bit of publicity now for people visiting in Berlin, because you've got a very nice place which is called... Come on. Hier, nirgendwo.
Uh-huh.
Nowhere.
Oh, one of these gardens on the edge of Berlin.
No.
No.
It's what's positive, yin or yang? What is dark?
Oh, good question.
What is dark? Yang?
Aren't they both dark?
No, one is
And
white.
both light?
One is white and one is black.
Yeah.
Or maybe it changes when after
I'll say yin is light.
sunset. Yeah.
Yin is light.
Okay, so this place is the yin to the yang of Berghain.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're just there's 100 meter in between them.
Mm-hmm.
And this nirgendwo, they
Oh no, yang is light. Better,
Okay,
better not get them mixed up.
they're the yang to the yin.
Okay.
And they occupy themselves with plants which are on the way to extinction, and to make Berlin greener by planting bulbs everywhere. So you go there
Uh-huh.
and you get bulbs from protected plants, so nobody can touch them.
Good idea.
And then you make a bed like you see everywhere with driftwood.
Yeah.
and you make a bed and you put the body in it. And then the earth, and then the bulbs from this protected plants, and there goes your body.
Wow. Perfect.
That's it. And the guarantee is, thanks to this body, that these bulbs will sprout flowers which will bloom
Perfect.
more beautiful than ever.
But if the
And after
flowers-
20 years,
Yeah.
you can dig up the bones, grind them,
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah.
and sell it as
And
fertilizer.
use that for fertilizer.
Yeah, so you
Perfect.
can start a little
And we
business
all know
as well.
where fertilizer goes.
So
Yeah, making explosives.
it might be a good business killing somebody and start a garden.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I won't say you heard this here, folks, on radioonberlin.com, but berlin.radioon.eu or something, for example, or somewhere else. Yeah. So, what's next? Oh, we have to open up.
We have to go to Japan, and you have to describe it again.
Yeah.
Um,
Feels good. Feels like my cat. Oh,
Yeah.
stroking. It's the cost 50 somethings, 50 nippons, and 140 nippons, and 500 nippons as well. That's how much this costs
That's not too much.
to come to Berlin. I don't know how much that is.
Well, you can buy a tape in Japan for 2,200 yen. So
And it's in a packet, and I've got to open it. Let's open it live on the air. I won't say anything, because this is really erotic.
Yeah.
This is Japanese eroticism.
yeah.
I think.
I won't film.
Rinus.
I won't film it either, because
No.
this is radio. You have to
Yeah.
imagine it. I'm sorry,
You
folks.
could film it, though.
You're just
Could
looking
film
at a
it.
green tape.
Yeah. Look, I'm opening
No,
it.
the
in
camera
front
is
of-
at the other side.
Oh, on this side? Really?
Yeah.
You mean you're filming this?
Green tape.
Okay. Oh, green tape the whole
Yeah,
time?
there's a green tape. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or maybe
I'll do it in front of the camera.
Maybe they want a little bit more exciting. So
yeah.
look. Yeah,
is- look.
exciting.
Feel that. That's
No,
my
no,
belly. They don't want to see that.
I put another tape to it, and so it makes the whole setup more. What's the green
Good
tape?
idea. The
Oh,
green one's
okay,
here.
yeah.
Green one's
Good.
there. Standing up.
something
yeah.
changed.
So something changes. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, ready. Listen to this. For those that are tuned in to Radio On, I'm actually going to shut up now.
You can get arrested live on air for this. It's,
Mommy! Isn't that from Green Velvet, Blue Velvet? No. She wore blue. Oh, this is great. I mean, they really.
Oh, wow.
Go on, yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff. There's so much stuff. There's money in here. There's
No,
money
no,
in
no, no.
No. People send us send us this stuff. Imagine.
What does it come from Tokyo? What does it smell like?
Oh, okay. What does it smell like? What does Tokyo smell like? Noodles. Tokyo noodles. Noodles. I won't do an accent. That's terrible. I won't even pop the bubble wrap. Okay. And we have a beautiful setting here. So you know those things, those bags you use for going through the airport. Those are inside that packet, that brown packet, and I'm opening this now live on air.
Oei. Whoa!
Feel that. There's a tape inside.
That you can start a day with that sound.
It's all brown. It's all brown. Everything's brown. Taking out the luxurious.
With the liner notes in Japanese.
Yeah, something like that. It says, well, there's a leaflet in here. Oh, I used to eat paper when I was a kid. When I was very young. If I could eat this. Yeah, there's something in Japanese. Side A, avant-garde, before war, presumably. Gnamena, monomagnon, fana alfana. Yeah, it's a zine. They've sent us a zine with some very black and white, very... what's that word, Rinus? You know the word.
Black and white.
How this is done. Photocopied, Xeroxed, yeah, Xerox. Is that must be the name of a band, huh? Xerox? It must be.
Yeah.
Start one immediately if it's not you out there. Oh, it says Trial Run Tapes as well. Yeah,
Is it our friend from
this is from Trial Run Tapes from Japan.
our friend from Washington? He has this label, some Xerox Moon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was Zero Moon, though, isn't it? Z with a Z, not an
Yeah,
X.
he can start a sister label.
Yeah, sister label. That's another good name for a band. Okay, so
I must say he is one of our frequent contributors, and I'm quite a fan of his releases. Yeah.
Zero Moon, Mr. Zero Moon.
No. This
Last run, final run,
trial or tribal?
Trial
Trial
run tapes.
Yeah.
Although tribal, because the actual tape cover, which they've made up,
It's leopard skin.
does look like leopard skin, so that
Okay.
kind of works with that. I'm handing Rinus the tape. Here we go. But on the cover,
Shall we show our dear people what the tape looks like?
oh, we must do. Yeah. I have to hand
If you
in front
place
of
it
the-
on the black one,
okay,
they
on the
might
black
see it.
one. There you go.
Eh?
You see it. Look, it's going round. Look for everybody there. Look. Yeah, because this is going out through Instagram as well. That's an advert
For us.
Meta Technologies, isn't it? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. What constitutes an advert?
But
okay.
if people pay you to do something,
Yeah, that's not us, is it?
and it's not work.
Not even remotely us. Okay, so first track. Is it side A? Do you know?
Oh God!
Avant-garde.
How would I see that?
Germania, not Germania.
Is it like holographic
not
that you have to watch it in a special way, and then you see the A coming
Holographic
rising
tapes.
from it?
That's another good name for a band. Holographic tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tracks. Fana,
In fact, this-
Alfana,
Oh, wait,
Trial
I
Run,
see.
Untitled. Something in Japanese which we can translate.
Yes, there is an A on it.
Seaside Number.
There's
Oh
an A.
yeah, good. Okay,
Okay.
so that's definitely avant-garde. Germania.
Avant-garde.
Avant-garde. Avant-garde.
Oh, after the war.
Französische.
After the war in Germany.
Yes, oui. There you go. Oh yeah, Germania. Yeah, super duper. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
second now, he's going to do it. Before I do the...
This is side B.
It's not side B, it's side A. Let's do the other one.
You're listening to Radio on Berlin. www.radioonberlin.com. Lo-fi music for lo-fi people.
Hit it, Rinus.
It's already
Oh, is it?
running.
It's already going. Oh, okay. Can you rewind it then? And I'll...
No, just let it run.
Oh, there we go.
Tape Review Show.
Yep. You're listening to the Tape Review Show with Rinus van Alebeek and myself, Adrian Shephard, on Radio on Berlin. Yeah. So let's go ahead. And that was not Naslo Records.
But it was very tribal.
It was,
Bum, bum,
yeah,
bum,
trial
bum,
run
bum, bum,
tapes
bum, bum.
from
If
Japan.
coming
of
back,
course.
coming back to Berlin, if only this music had sounded when the Nazis were parading through the streets, it would have been a complete different choreography. They never would. They never would have gone to war.
Why? What would they have done? They would have made love with each other.
I think so.
I think they were doing a lot of that stuff anyway.
Yeah, but this
Try and
this
get
kind
more,
of
more
can we go
German.
back a little bit and
Rewind the tapes?
No, maybe
Go
they're
back
still,
in time?
Maybe they're still marching.
Oh, yeah. More marching. Yeah, go on.
Hang on.
Some twanging.
Hang on.
Here we go.
That's like you need 3 legs to
True, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, you see? And also the tanks, and they would go to the left and go to the right and move all in a different way. It would be like the Busby Berserkly of armies.
I mean, yeah, weren't they not? They weren't into jazz, were they? And
And
stuff
I think
like
they
that,
would
were
change also
No.
the uniforms, wear lipstick.
Exactly.
No, I use different drugs, not speed, but something else. It's
Thinking of Iggy, Ziggy, Zaggy, Zoggy, executive transvestites, yes, parachuting in from space, yes. But that's a little ahead of their time, isn't it? I think that kind
I
of
think
stuff.
the only thing they would do was harvesting, helping with the harvest, and standing high on those hay cars. There's cars transporting the hay.
I
and
mean, they
then-
didn't
and-
did they? I don't think the Nazis approved of cabaret and stuff like that, you know, which was mainly Jewish sort of entertainment at that time in Berlin.
I
things
think
like
it
that,
was
didn't
like
they?
decadent.
Really? They saw it as decadent? Or,
I think so.
or
yes.
subversive? Or
Yeah, because the jokes were different, and men
Different jokes.
men dressed up like women,
Yeah.
and wearing makeup and making jokes that were maybe a little bit too intelligent.
Right, yeah.
So for the Nazis, you really needed the bratwurst jokes.
Like Mario fucking Bart, you mean?
Yeah, and then
Sorry.
I hit
Funny
him
saying.
right on the nose, and his tooth went all the way. Just
That
so
kind of humour.
that kind of jokes. Yeah.
It's not Monty Python, is it?
No.
No, that was years yes, in advance. No, it's only because I did this
And he had
job.
beautiful hair, so I used it to polish my boots. So
Oh,
so
God.
that was different cabaret.
Yeah.
And they needed to extend their stage and just bring it everywhere, because I thought, well, this is so funny. We have to make people laugh at everywhere.
At everyone else's expense.
But exactly, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. But yeah.
It's not like that anymore, though, is it? There is some funny stuff.
But I think even if they didn't see what jokes were funny and what was not funny, like and then I caught a mouse and I dropped it in the milk.
Cut off their tails with a carving knife.
Yeah,
All that stuff.
and then picked it. Anyway, if you drown,
When you want to think of a joke, you can't think of one.
no, but if you drown a mouse,
Don't say that. We've got a cat in the studio here.
Yeah,
He's
but
never seen a mouse in real life.
No, okay, yeah, not traumatized even before the trauma has happened. No, I was just thinking of special dishes. If you ever drowned, you can, you drown an animal, whatever animal.
I don't.
No, but this is part of the preparation.
Okay.
Take an animal.
Yeah, Christmas recipes
Not
here.
not too big, not too big. Take an animal,
Has to fit in the oven.
drown it in something that you like. So that could be milk or yogurt or sweet milk,
Red wine.
red wine.
Yep.
Yeah, make it really drown a lot.
Make sure it's dead, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but also that it takes a lot of milk and
Yeah.
maybe you have to make a couple of holes in it, and then
I know. Right. Wait. Let's see if I can do this. Right. Let's make a kind of recipe music.
yeah.
Okay. So here we go. So, go on then.
So for the vegetarians, you can also do with vegetarian stuff. So like sponge, something spongy. So you take something spongy that could be anything, or an animal if you're not into vegetables. This exists. This exists, and you drown it in whatever you like, in milk or in sweet milk or in almond milk. Or in cocoa milk, and then leave it there to drown really slow drowning. And when it's really drowned slowly, you can either use the liquid itself, boil, add whatever you like, or you can pick the thing out of the liquid and fry it. Roll it in paneer, roll it in crumbs,
Nice.
and then fry it.
I don't feel hungry at all. Amazingly
No,
enough.
that's also good.
I'm
So
saving it
that's-
up.
So if there's no food in your country and you're really hungry, then this is a good recipe to get the
Fried dead
hunger, to get the
mouse.
hunger away.
Yep. Good. What's the hungriest you've ever been, Rinus? Can you remember? I've only got one.
Oh, this is all
my
recently
mind.
because I forgot to eat.
Why do you forget to eat? Why?
Well, I don't feel like
Suddenly it's lunchtime.
I don't feel like going to the kitchen because it's too cold. And,
Oh no! Oh,
and then I don't.
how
feel,
can we help?
And then I
Oh.
don't feel like eating, and so.
Because the kitchen's too cold. You don't feel like eating.
Yeah.
My God, there's a fridge in the kitchen though.
Oh, yeah, always open.
It's always open.
and
Oh,
the-
because it's colder in the
yeah,
fridge. It's colder outside than it
yeah.
is in the fridge. Okay.
Oh.
What's in your fridge? Can you picture this, a fridge in December?
No.
Picture this, freezing cold weather.
But I can describe my favorite fridge.
Go on. Fridges I've known and loved.
No, say I will move and I will need a new fridge. Then there's one shop or organization or company. There's a company here in Berlin, and they buy all the things that hotels get rid of. Hotels they
Food.
They cease to exist.
Yeah.
They don't exist anymore.
Fridges.
They go broke, so they have to sell everything that they own, and that's what this company does. And of course, you've got the room service and your own fridge in a room.
Wow.
And these fridges are really pocket size.
Yeah.
That's the fridge that I would like in the next life.
What would you put in it, though?
Just the basic things.
Like what?
Butter, mayonnaise, pesto, mustard, cheese, things that I need.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a lot. Sometimes skyr, because...
What's skyr?
That's Icelandic yogurt.
Oh, it's not that fish that they have to open under water because it smells so bad.
Oh, no.
That's something else.
Might be. Might be the same.
Oh, God.
Might be the same thing. And that's good, because I eat a spoonful of skyr to get the hunger away.
God.
Yeah.
But there's heat. There must be heating in your flat, though.
Yeah,
The
in
kitchen is
my
not
room.
heated.
My room is nice and warm.
But the kitchen is freezing.
Yeah.
Can't you open the door to the fridge? And
No,
to the fridge?
because it doesn't depend on me. So
Yeah.
yeah. Don't talk about my house.
Send donations in to Radio On, please.
Yeah, no,
because this is what Berlin's like now.
Don't talk about my
This is-
house.
Don't talk about the war.
Uh,
Yeah. Exactly.
We were, in a way, we were talking a little bit about my house when we were talking about how to get fertilizer. But
Like it, trying to explode it, trying to detonate it.
yeah,
Yep.
next tape or
Yeah.
CD or whatever.
Oh yeah, right.
Or the other side of.
Well, we can, or we can go to M1 here.
Okay.
The M1 envelope,
M1.
and then go back to Japan.
We do that.
This one, I don't know how it managed to get here. I mean, it's got your name, it's got your address and everything. But then for Deutschland, it says Duitsland, Duitsland.
That's Dutch.
Is it really? No
That's-
way.
that's
Oh,
Dutch.
forgive my ignorance. I mean, it's a
So
good job.
that
they-
in Holland they know where it has to go.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and it says Berlin, so everyone knows that Berlin's in. How do you say it in Dutchland then?
Almost like they say Deutschland. It's Duitsland.
Deutschland, and then that's how it's spelt. Great. Okay, so Sendung, Scannung, and this parcel has been tracked. I don't know what's the year of it. When did it arrive then?
This year.
This year. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Send us in your tapes, by the way.
Couple of months ago.
Can you give the address, Rinus?
No, they just go to radio-on-berlin.com. It's a little bit hidden in the menu. Maybe we have to change it in how to submit. But because now it's under contact.
Okay. Right. I don't know how I'm going to open this because it's like completely covered in wrapping and stuff. But here, this might help.
The Tape Review Show.
I've got to open it with my teeth now.
Did you ask them to do it in a Beatle way?
Jesus. Yeah. God. Oh no, I can't open this. I'm gonna have to get some scissors or something. Can you keep everyone entertained while I go over? We should have some scissors ready, shouldn't we?
Yeah, get the scissors.
I'll get the cat actually.
I'm gonna read the weather forecast. But I'm really gonna read the weather forecast because I'm curious what weather it will be tomorrow. And since nobody of you is getting in touch with us right now, I can't read your weather forecast. So, Berlin, tomorrow.
Oh, we should have some music for this.
Tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow we start the day with 5 degrees, and then slowly up. Don't go away. Slowly it will heat up to 6, 7, and at noon it will be 8 degrees, still increasing 9 degrees. A little bit of sun coming out at 5 o'clock, which is not possible because at that time the sun has gone down. So it might be snowing. No? Oh, the moon is coming out. The moon is coming out at 5 o'clock, 9 degrees. And then we will have a maximum of 10 degrees at 8 o'clock. Whoa! How is that possible even? And then if it's going to rain, it's going to rain a little bit, a few drops at 12 o'clock. Yeah. Nice day tomorrow.
That was the weather forecast from Rinus van Alebeek on Radio 1 Berlin. I'm trying to open this knife. Open a knife. Oh my God, this is crazy. There must be some kind of safety mechanism on it. Do you know how to open these things, Rinus? Oh no, it must be. It must be possible. Damn cat. Why didn't I not get scissors? I can't open a child-friendly knife thing. Can you open that?
Maybe.
Do you know how to open that?
Maybe.
Okay, so I'll have to put in another.
The Tape Review Show.
Yeah, there you go. I'll get some scissors.
Here it is. Unscrew this so that that can actually move.
Right.
And then you have to push this button
Okay.
to liberate it.
Right, you might get someone killing themselves accidentally on the air now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Talking about like bunkers and Parisian places to bury bodies. Okay, I've opened it. Smell it. Smell that, yeah. Cardboard from...
Yeah.
Where
Can
is
you
it
smell
from,
the
though?
sea?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I smelt the sea
Okay.
or anything like that. But I can't see where it's from, though.
The Hague.
The Hague, okay. Can you direct us to exactly where The Hague is?
On the sea.
What about that? Okay, so this CD contained within says on Undocumented Aliens, Radio Tonka live cut up. And it's got pictures of aliens looking very Christmassy, I must say.
Yeah.
With their pantaloons, and one of them's got a pointy hat, and they have the halos, but they've got them over the front of their faces. They're green faces, but actually this is black and white. That's cardboard, nice. It says transmission 04052024 CDR, sponsored by Stahlplatt. And Rinus will now describe Stahlplatt in extreme detail.
No, it's a label.
Yeah, and it says Stahlplatt on the CD as well, and it's nicely. It's not one of those Nazi. Sorry, God. Oh man, how many times? Like, if we were sponsored by the Nazis, that's not
What
the right
would
thing
we
to
sound
say
like
then, is
then?
it?
Yeah.
What would we sound like? We wouldn't be anything, would we? Because they wouldn't like us.
Yeah, but we would be like third or fourth generation Nazi.
Oh God! Look, let's stop this kind of time traveling. Christmas, nightmare.
That
New
would still
Year.
exist. That
Christmas
would still exist.
yeah. Oh, that's what I remembered.
And an extra Christmas.
Yeah.
Which was, yeah.
I was listening to a program on East Germany and people taking their clothes off. This movement. What was it called, Rinus? You can probably say the
Freie Körperkultur.
FKK. Yeah. And this guy was describing. Actually, it wasn't that pop. It was something that people did, and it came. The Nazis weren't so much into this kind of thing, but it was a movement. I mean, the Nazis had this movement of the body and all this sort of stuff, embracing all that kind of thing. But like when it came to being naked or nude, then it's not naked or nude. I think naked means no clothes. Nude means you might still have some clothes on. Anyway, aside from that, this guy was talking about it and how it was embraced in East Germany, because Like, for example, I lived in one of these places, maybe you did as well, Rinus, one of the very small places in the East, former East anyway, and there was in the kitchen there was a shower. So it was common for people to shower in the kitchen while people were frying their bacon, for example.
Okay.
Maybe not at the same time, but in any case, people. I always had this impression that people were more comfortable with their bodies somehow. Berlin, of course, as we know, people in the summer, it's not uncommon for people to go naked in the lakes around here, and it's not illegal, whereas it is in the UK, for example. But there was this kind of tradition somehow, and it came from East Germany, I think, or it was. But I don't think the communist government. I don't think they liked it, but people forced it through. They said, if we want to do this, then. Anyway, I don't know how that connects with this CD that's now stuck on my finger, because I've been playing around with it while I've been talking. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's do this naked radio thing. Should we go for it, Rinus?
Yeah.
I'm inviting you and everyone out there to participate with us right here, right now.
Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
De grote overwinning op de ruis is de proef van Redolfi.
Festive Review Show.
You're listening to Radio On Berlin, live from Berlinscapes here in central Kreuzberg. SO36. Maybe Rinus, you can say something about the symbolism of that.
What?
What was SO36?
It was the old code, postal code.
Oh, yeah.
For Kreuzberg.
Here was on the edge of the wall, wasn't it?
And I have to look it up because even before that there was a different...
Another code.
Yeah.
SO35.
No.
SO00.
More easy.
007.
Like S1 or S2 or something.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. Good idea.
Yeah.
Why not make these kind of very simple? Or maybe this was...
There was more post.
36. Yeah. Yeah, more post, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But you were just listening to Undocumented Aliens Radio Tonka, a live cut-up. I guess the transmission. Oh, now I understand them. Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? Now I understand what 04052024 means. Ooh. The 4th of the 5th, 2024. It was this year. And that was a Stahlplatte production, is that right?
I recognize the tape, I mean the design of the CD, which I remember of a Stahlplatte release. So I don't know if that release with that design was a CDR, and if you have a CDR that you can record over it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, good idea. Yeah, good point.
Or can you record over an original CD?
CDRs you could record over, but this is a CD. I don't think you can. I don't think you can reburn over it. Wow, those times. Crazy. I had a CDR recorder years ago, which was like very early on in that kind of technology, and we thought we were so far ahead. Although I think CDRs... I think it was because they were so expensive at the time that the analog to digital converters, this kind of nerd talk, was so great, because some of the early stuff, and also recording to disc as well, some of those recorders were so expensive, like I say, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They put more tech into them and the quality sounded amazing. And then when, as things advanced, there was a noticeable difference. Yeah, but now we're just so used to things, and mini disc came in, and that was not as good quality. It cut down on the frequencies to be able to put the data in and things. But yeah, we got used to things, and then MP3s came in, that kind of stuff, and we just seem to accept this. But when you hear raw sort of stuff. Anyway.
Here's some raw stuff.
Tell your children that. Do they believe you? Are they even interested?
Give me a cassette caller, because we're gonna say goodbye. Hello,
goodbye. Which cassette?
Thanks for listening. No, I already have the cassette.
Oh, he has the cassette. Okay.
That's the Autofound cassette.
Thanks for listening to Radio On. This was the
Tape Review Show.
There you go. Rinus van Alebeek and myself, Adrian Shephard. Rinus is now doing it.
ความรักฉันไม่ยอมเดินเฉียดแต่ความเกลียดนั้นตามเหมือนเงาเกลียดคนหัวใจใส่เกลือกสวยเพียงเปลือกข้างในโหววาวเรื่องรักนั้นคงไม่เอาขอนอนเมาเหล้าอยู่ปลายเท้าแม่ฉันดื่มเข้าไปดื่มเข้าไปดื่มเข้าไว้ให้เมาทุกวันสูบเข้าไปสูบเข้าไปสูบเข้าไว้ให้เมาทุกวันไอ้เรื่องแฟนไม่มีช่างมันให้แม่รักฉันคนเดียวก็พอ
You have been listening to radio on Berlin.
Yeah!
Lo-fi music for lo-fi people. Lo-fi music